Hey guys, so I thought most of our YouTube channel videos that are getting the most amount of watch time and comments are all of our medical stuff. So I thought it would be cool to show you a trach change. Trach changes make Sutton nervous. They don't necessarily hurt. In the past they have. And we've had to have her scoped quite a bit to remove granulation tissue. That helped a ton. We've also learned better techniques about making sure that her neck is as arched as possible helps. We can do it in her wheelchair, but we have to make sure we take the headrest down and do it that way. The other thing that we found is huge is we bought some surgical lubrication on Amazon and we put that on the trach before we put it in, and that helps a ton. Just slide it in. So we'll show you a trach change today. Her hospice nurses, her head nurse comes today, as well as the CNAs to do a shower. So I like doing trach changes on shower days because her trach ties are just foam, and so when they get wet you have to change them anyways, so it's just easier to get it all done. She also doesn't have a night nurse tonight who would typically change her trach ties and the gauze around her trach when she's sleeping, so it saves me one more thing to do in the middle of the night and get more sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the supplies ready and laid out so that you can see what I have ready. Now, obviously, if this was an emergency trach change because she has a plug, which basically just means she has mucus and boogers stuck in the trach itself, so she's not getting enough air, then what they taught us is when in doubt, change it out. We just change that trach out. And we have done that multiple times. There was a phase a couple months ago where she literally was getting a plug every single day for like 18 days. It was awful. But now we have to change it once a week, unless, obviously we get a plug. But today is our weekly change. So we've gone a week without a plug, which is awesome. So what we're going to do is lay everything out and you can take a peek at what it looks like. Since it is planned, like I said, I can get everything ready ahead of time and it's simple. Obviously, we have all these supplies on us whenever we go somewhere on her wheelchair. We also have them always at her bedside. So we're always prepared. We're just not always as sterile, if you will, in an emergency setting. I don't stress about putting gloves on and washing my hands thoroughly and doing all those things. It's just get it done so she can breathe out. So I'm going to get this stuff and I'll show you. Okay, so I got everything ready. So this is my favorite way to have all her trach supplies by the bedside. It's just a little art caddy. So I keep our saline bullets in here, extra trach ties, Q-tips to clean, extra gauze, pair of scissors. I also have the surgical lube that I bought on Amazon. I think it's like $7 worth every penny. Hi! Someone's awake from his nap. You want to help me get Sutton's trach stuff ready? You want to be my helper? Yeah, it's okay. Well, this will be fun now. Pardon me. This is how we roll, though. Literally, how we roll. Which my little monkey, the lake house we do. Did you take a good You need mama kisses. Okay, we're gonna show. Okay, we're gonna show them all the things. Okay, so this is her 5.5, and this is how her nurses put these together after they sterilize and clean them. We just use Ziploc bags right when it was changed because you can only use them 4 times. Once they're sterilized, then you throw them away and get a new one. We always have a 4.5 backup, which is one size smaller. That way, if when I'm doing a trach change, this one won't slide in, you try a smaller one. So, I'm going to show you what her trach looks like. So, this is the trach. This is the side that goes into her, if you will. So I just So it just slides in. It has this arbitrator, something like that, that goes in that keeps it firm. So when you're sliding it in, it doesn't just wobble all up.
Mama.
Yes, I'm right here. Cool. So it's, if you can see, it just wiggles. What? You want to go to the pool? When it's hot, he wants to go swimming at the pool. So this is her trach. So if I were to do a trach change, which we will do later, I would just lube it up like this. See how it's just, sorry, one-handed's hard. See how it's just on there and it will just slide in. So when I trach her trach out, I'm gonna put it in as fast as I can. Once it's in, can you sit, little man? Watch. Should we pretend you're Sutton? Once it's in, you pull this out and attach her vent tubing. So now whenever I'm changing a trach, we keep our Ballard on at all times. She uses this one, the 10 French. So I like to have one. He actually put his hands in my mouth. That's weird. Who is it? Okay, you're silly. So what this does is it's like the straw. Thank you. Oh, say peek. You're a stinker. You're just a stinker. Okay. Oh, you want to be in the video too? Okay, let's all be in the video. Oh, this will be great. Okay. So this is basically, watch this, the straw that goes into her trach to suction all the goo. So it just literally goes like this. Look at it. So this is like down into her trachea, and then it just slides right back out. So if you look at it, when it is attached to the trach, it's attached like this. Henderson, you make a really bad window. So this is inside of her like this. Hold on. Like this. This is inside of her. And then you can attach it now. Okay, so this is the side that's in her like this. And then if I'm suctioning her, let's pretend it's inside. Mom, watch, Henderson. Here it comes. It's coming out. Are you ready? Here it comes. The straw. Dude. See it come in? Then there's this button here that you push, and that's what, when it's attached to suction, it suctions it all out. Now, it has numbers on these. So your safe suction is what they call it. If we're in the hospital or anywhere, someone wants to know what our safe suction is. We test it, and if you look, let's see if you can see it on here. There's this little teeny tiny hole right there. Then you look into this screen, and you see that her number is 12. Now, some people look at every different number. Some people look down here, some people look up here. And so you just have to be on the same page and make sure they know where you're getting that safe suction number. And Sutton can feel it kind of tickle her throat if we go too deep. So if you can see how it goes deeper, she can feel that. So then this just pulls out, gets all the goo. If the goo is stuck, we just take a saline. Do we have one, Minnie? Let's look. See, watch. Yeah, these. So we have these little saline bullets. So let's say Sutton feels like she's not getting enough air. She's got a plug. We literally, and this is probably gonna squirt me, but you just squirt it. See how it goes in? And that would technically, let's see if we can get it. See how it just goes through? That would go straight into her, and then you suction it out, and that usually helps us remove a plug without having to do a trach change. So we usually try that first unless she's like turning color, or her secretions are super thick, or her sats are dropping. Now, the other thing is how to attach a trach tie. So if this is me, I'm Sutton, this is inside of me. They're just literally Velcro and foam. But you guys, this literally costs $4,000 a month for 30 of these. Can you say rip off? Okay, so then this one just comes on this side. And they told us when this is around her neck, you want it to be so tight that only one of your fingers can squeeze in between her neck and this. So this is here, and then I always like to tighten it from this side so it's still attached to her this way. So that's kind of how the trach is set up. This is where our vent goes on. So we'll show you when she gets home how this all kind of goes together on a human. And It's actually really cool. I love changing her trach. I think it's fun. And there's lots of different ways to do it. A friend of ours told us that they go in sideways and twist once it's in. And her husband's an adult and says it actually feels better that way. I've tried it and Sutton didn't seem to think it felt any way better or worse. But so if her head's tilted back, I go in like this, whereas our friends literally like to go in sideways and turn. So can't wait to show you Sutton's. I think it's cool. I think it's amazing. Thank God for medical technology. And my son is making sad choices, so I'm gonna take care of that. Wish me luck. All right, so I have everything set up. Like I said, this causes her a lot of anxiety, so I like to have it done before she gets home. I have our trach, I have our gauze sponges. This is the humidifier vent adapter that we use during the day, so she gets humidity because we can't, well, we've tried putting this on her chair, but it requires too much power to plug in, and it drips water. So this is a portable one. It's got a little filter. Sometimes we will take these saline bullets and just drop it onto that filter, especially when the air's bad, just to help her. Trach ties, my tool. And then for bath, I like to have her towel and everything set up for the nurses when they get here. This is her bath chair. The way we do it, we do have a Hoyer lift. It's right there. Personally, she's about 90 pounds. I hate it. I think it takes too long, so I just lift her, but I could Hoyer lift her in there. So we park her chair next to the bed, get her out, move her chair, slide this over, put her in it, and roll her to her shower, shower her up, roll her back, and then get her in her chair. I won't show you that just for privacy reasons, but that's how we do it. So stay tuned. We gotta go get the girls from school. Yes! Okay.
Mom,
What?
I want to.
Okay, we're gonna change your trach and then I will. Will you keep Goofy upstairs? All right, ready? I'm gonna lube it up for you. You got this. Don't be scared. I'll be quick. You be brave and I'll be quick. You okay? I gotcha. I got helpers. Do you want to pull it out? Have you ever done it? No. I'll teach you. It's really easy. It literally just slides right out. And then it
You need this off, right?
Yep. There you go. Got that?
What do you want, new straps?
Okay.
You okay?
You need a cough when I'm done? No, just too much jostling. Do what?
You have to put a trach tie
We'll have to see how you sound with it. Alright, I'm just gonna put this in. Oh wow. What did it slid in? Good. Did it hurt? Easy peasy. I'm gonna tighten you up.
That was actually pretty.
Yeah, that was quick. They saw one last week too, didn't they?
in. Hey, you